we talked about everything administrative can be automated, right? Like
Hmm.
that's already in the past. Like everything, But now, oh man, they were talking about this at the meetup as well, talking about how the next thing may be for AI to be incorporated into human experiences. So if you want to have like a restaurant or a shop or something cool that's an experience, using AI to help you build that and make that dream come to life. So we can talk about updates. We can talk just generally what's going on in the world and what we're thinking and what are humanity's real problems that AI is going to solve or whatever. But I know you've got some updates. Do you want to go through those first?
Sure. Just some quick stuff.
Cool.
Let's start with
You know what I
the
realized?
what?
Sorry, I totally just got sidetracked because I was listening to the All In podcast today and they always do like intros for each other and they use each other's names a lot, but we never say each other's names. Hi, Nathan. All right, Nathan, what you got for us? I don't even, yeah,
That's because there's more than also two people. And
I
so,
don't know.
Jason has to be like, "Hey, Chamath, what do you think of this?" And like,
Absolutely, as a moderator,
you know,
yes. But
yeah,
also, I feel like there's value in repeating the names so that people will get to know us a bit better, right?
mm, maybe.
I don't know. It does seem unnatural, though. I don't usually talk to people, Nathan, and repeat their names, Nathan, as I would just be talking, unless I was really creepily trying to remember Nathan, their names, which doesn't usually work out very well.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What about the
proceed.
nickname part though? Do you want to do that?
What nickname oh my gosh,
Like
they have great
dictator
nicknames. I
and
don't
yeah,
trust you
exactly.
to come up with good enough nickname for me. Also, my name starts with a J. So,
Well,
sorry.
dictator isn't Chamath, isn't they don't start
Oh,
with the
no,
same letters.
but they call him something else too. They don't just call
Chairman
him the
dictator.
dictator.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so let's see. I don't know.
I don't
Yes,
know.
we should definitely have nicknames. We should ask AI to give us cool nicknames. I mean, last time
Or just
when
wait
I
until they
used,
flow naturally and not make everything AI. We could try to be creative on our own.
but that's the whole point of the podcast, bro.
I
But
thought about
no,
it. I was like, I
I
still
had
think that we
AI
should
make
find a
me a
tool. I still think that we should find a tool that, I mean, there's already a lot out there that records us and can recreate us, and then we can just feed it scripts every Monday, and it'll just create the podcast for us of us talking. Will basically be that Notebook LM thing, but just us,
sure.
and then we don't have to do anything. Then it's just fully AI. AI can give
Well,
itself
yeah,
nicknames.
I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure there's a tool out there that's there for video. I know there's already tools out
Oh,
there
there's a
for
lot.
voice where we could just feed them our voices,
No,
but
I did one. I used
with
one. I
video,
recreated myself
with
with
yourself,
video, and then it would just be
I
this like
didn't know
subtle
that.
kind of mouth moving. Yeah, because at the end I was like,
Well,
that was a little weird and a weird process, and feels like it's not quite there yet, and it
I
wasn't
was
even
gonna say,
really
was
worth
it good?
sharing. So, nah,
Or
not
was it one
really.
of those apps where you make your friend look like they're singing and their jaw just wiggles?
It
Like,
wasn't that bad, but it was. I didn't take the time to like set up nice lighting and stuff, so I was like kind of in the dark. Had a hat on,
mm,
and so it's trying to recreate from not a great quality video that I fed it. And you also have to talk for like several minutes about nothing just so it can learn how you
sure,
talk. And that
sure.
was
Well, I
weird.
mean,
So,
feeding in a podcast would be good for that reason because we already
yeah.
have the content. Sorry, I'm looking through the nickname ideas my AI just came up with for me. These all sound way too powerful. I feel
Like
like we
what?
should give you a really powerful one because you're usually the one with most of the ideas, and then I can be some kind of apprentice. I don't
I don't
know.
have most of the ideas. I just do most of the work.
Digital oracle, mm. Algorithm alchemist, machine muse. Thank
So
you,
these are trying
AI.
to be like digital based.
Yeah, they're all trying to actually have to do with AI, which I don't like as
Mm.
much. I'm trying to remember what my title was before when I looked it up. It wasn't coach. It was. Oh, I bet it's in my history. I'm gonna try to
We'll see.
find
And I
it.
still like deputy. I was gonna, rename myself instead of marketing
Deputy.
specialist. I was gonna call myself like a deputy marketer or something like that. But now I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure I should just be an AI slash digital marketing or marketer because
That's pretty
I
much
kind of
yeah.
have to
But
be
that
at this point.
yeah.
So
Yep. Absolutely. Oh, I was trying to remember when I made this because it was when you guys were in town.
Just in
I need
December.
to go through my ChatGPT history and delete a whole bunch of stuff.
I
It's
know.
so
I didn't let
random,
it pile
man.
up. It's kind of fun. I feel like at this point you don't have to, but that is a good segue into ChatGPT if you want.
Okay,
Because
let's talk about
speaking
ChatGPT.
of the clutter, Sam Altman talked about how they had a plan for O3 after O1. And so they started by releasing O3 Mini and O3 Mini High, the slightly more powerful version of the
Right,
fast version.
right.
Um, and so they're going to release O3, and that was going to be like, first only available to pro users. And I don't know, just like really powerful. But instead, they plan on dropping all the bad name stuff. They're going to put out GPT 4.5 because they did 4 and then 4.0 and then they did the O series and it was just a mess. But they're going to do
Okay.
4.5 and it'll be the last non chain of thought model. So just quick answers, easy, slightly better than 4. And then they'll put out GPT 5 is the plan and it'll be basically everything. So from what I understand, like right now, if you add a file to a new chat, you no longer can make that chat an O version, basically a thinking version, because the thinking can't mix with reading a document. And
Okay.
so it'll be basically a chat where you can upload a file to it and ask about it. You can say, "Hey, search the web," and it'll give you a search type result. Whereas if you like clicked on the search box, you can then say, "What do you think about this?" and it'll do its thinking model. And then you can just ask it a quick question and it'll give you a really fast answer. So GPT-5 will, on top of being probably more powerful than O or about as powerful as O3 was going to be, basically the latest, most powerful version, it'll also be able to just be everything. Because I think he said the goal is to combine it all to have a model that just works. Like you just, one model, you can upload documents, ask about notes on your computer, have it search, have it think, maybe even do deep research, and not need to like switch the model you're using or click other boxes to make sure it's utilizing search or deep research or whatever. So they kind of kept adding new features to the point that now it's just a big mess of tons of features. And now it's like, okay, we plan on making, pulling back just a little bit so we can make a model and spend time on it that just works for you and will do whatever you ask. And because of
Sounds
that,
great.
people will probably start using the same chat a lot more often because it can be a chat that they asked work stuff about, and now they can upload a file and ask a personal thing, and now they can play around with it and just talk to it, and it all just works. So I think that's obviously a smart move because people will stop getting confused about all the weird names and the O names and stuff. People know GPT, so Chat GPT 5 sounds great. It'll probably be the closest or the best version that they've gotten, the closest to AGI or whatever. And in the meantime, it'll just be everything at once. So,
Dude,
and people have been
sounds awesome.
seeing 4.0 get more fluent and natural too. So even their quick versions are better at speaking and sound more human-like. So it is cool. They're definitely upgrading at a fast pace amidst all the crazy DeepSeek R1 drama and now Grok 3 release and such. So they are keeping up, and probably with GPT-5 will end up maybe pulling ahead again at that point. But we'll see who else kind of catches up in the meantime, especially
That
maybe
sounds pretty
Grok.
smooth.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy
Did you
for
have more
them.
about Grok 3?
Grok 3, I definitely do not. I didn't actually look into it that
Oh,
much, but they have an announcement tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time.
that was
And
it.
so Elon tweeted and said, Grok 3 release with live demo on Monday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And then he said below that, smartest AI on Earth. So their claim is that they're going to surpass all the other ones, including, ChatGPT, O1, and all the others. I mean, I have some high expectations, honestly, because Grok 2 is good. And the latest advancements gave it custom instructions, made it so you can upload a file. It's free to use now. I don't have a subscription, and I can use Grok to ask simple questions. And so it's free to use, but there's obviously, better versions if you are paying for subscriptions, or you can just use it more. But I think for Grok 3, that'll really show what they've done with their supercluster that they built. The like giant, crazy supercluster that they have now has been, I think, having a hand in training Grok 3. So I think that Grok 3 will kind of show what that did and if it truly is making them not just catch up, but like speed ahead quickly. So yeah, I mean Grok 3 could be better than 001, and then GPT-5 could be better than Grok 3, and they could keep bouncing back and forth. But I feel like if Grok 3 catches up or even surpasses 0 01, or I mean OpenAI, then it's looking like they could keep up that pace and continue to stay ahead. So, but I like Elon a lot, so I think that him being scammed through OpenAI and shut out of the company, and now they're trying to turn to a for-profit and all that stuff. I like that he just gets his own team together, builds an insane supercluster that people didn't think could be built, and maybe is catching up. And so we'll see tonight how powerful it really is. But I'm also always to the point, especially with custom instructions. I mean, custom instructions is like the main reason I didn't want to switch over. So if I test Grok a bit more, and it seems like it can write well, especially based on custom instructions of like what I want the tone to be for certain clients' newsletters and such, then I totally would maybe start paying for, an X subscription instead of a ChatGPT subscription. It might actually be
Sure.
time that I'd move over. It's hard though, because right now deep research is like the best use of AI that I've or experience that I've had so far. So yes, their voice stuff is also really good. OpenAI still seems to have the best voice AI
Yeah.
that you can talk to. But deep research is only available to pro, but because I happen to be on my 1 month of testing pro, I tested operator and it just is not good. It's trying to go around the web, but it gets lost and such. And then deep research is also a pro feature, and I used that and it's insane. It will just research for 5, 10, 15 minutes just in the background and then spit out this like long detailed thing. So if I wanted to do a deep dive into a specific topic about with specific, like a HIPAA rule where it's looking into the specifics, I had it go and find me 100 neurology organizations in the US and give me their websites and such too. So I wasn't finding personal contact information because it can't do that, but it was organizations. And then I could add that to, an Excel file and have it run through a different, tool or hire a quick person to find contacts from those organizations. But it was still finding me just like 100 neurology organizations when we didn't have any lists of them, and was the first big step of getting a new list of contacts. And so it's good. It's better than operator at the searching stuff, which makes sense. You can't see it online, and it can't actually like navigate a screen and create accounts and anything like that. But I really hope that GPT-5 really is like maybe even the ability to do the operator type feature, but the ability to also think and the ability to deep research and everything. And if it really is everything that we know of right now, but all combined in one and slightly more efficient, that sounds amazing. So I love it. I
Sweet.
love the OpenAI and XAI competition, and I'm excited to see where they go with it. It's a lot of cool tools.
Sounds awesome, dude. Thanks
Hmm.
for the updates.
Yeah,
I'm super curious what ChatGPT 5 is going to be like, and I love that they're fixing the name thing because
finally.
having a
Yeah.
5 after 4 just makes sense to me. Yes, it'll be
Yeah,
good.
I think it was fun because for a bit it was a joke, and it was look at all our new features, and now it's like okay, a lot of people use our tool, a lot of people get confused.
Yep.
Let's grow up, let's simplify
Build the
things,
best one.
and yeah,
Yeah.
combine it all together.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good. What were you going to say updates now?
oh, just speaking of new announcements, also Apple announced that they have a new product dropping or being announced on Wednesday. I have no idea what it'll be, but there was a lot of leaks about the iPhone SE, so that might be it. That might be an announcement, or maybe it's a different product. But product announcement on Wednesday, so I plan on
What's the
watching both
hype
the
about an
XAI
iPhone? What's the
SE.
hype about an iPhone SE? Yes.
Do you know what an SE is? Do you know what the iPhone SE
Uh,
is?
Not off the top of my head, no. Tell me
The
about it.
iPhone SE is basically their affordable version. So it was like 300 something and then
Yeah,
400
okay.
something.
Okay.
So the latest version was SE
I just don't know what
3,
SE
I
stands
think.
for though.
I don't remember either. I don't know.
Okay,
It's
whatever.
technical
But
stuff.
yes, the
But
affordable
yeah,
iPhone, sure.
yeah. So the latest version I think was the 3, and it was 429, and it still had like the bottom bar with the button and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
But again, it runs maybe the latest iOS, has a decent camera. It's still Apple, so it's
Sure.
integrated with all the Apple stuff. So if you're, for instance, my wife, and you don't need a flagship expensive phone, but you do, maybe she wants to join the ecosystem because now all of her family, her new family is part of it, and she's got the
Sure.
iPad then that would be a more affordable phone to just get. But the latest one, according to all the leaks and such, show a full screen, like no more button or anything, has a full screen, has an action button on the side, probably upgraded battery and camera and stuff just a bit. Because again, they only release these every like few years. There's a
Sure.
lot less of them. It's not one every year. And then also potentially would even be able to support Apple Intelligence. Not that that means much right now because Apple Intelligence can't do much, but and so maybe it'll jump to 499, but most of the affordable phones from big companies are about that price. So it's likely that when it gets announced, it'll be like a $500 phone with a better screen, better everything, but still much more affordable and still pretty small, but worthwhile to anyone who just doesn't care to have the best of the best and wants Apple. So,
All
but
right.
we'll see.
So it's
We'll see
not
if
like
that's.
the most exciting thing in the world, but it's
Oh no,
like, okay,
it'll be no new features. It is just nice to be able to be like, cool. If you don't want to spend $1,000, you want to spend 500. You want to spend half the
yeah.
price, but still get Apple Intelligence, a decent camera, a now way
Oh,
better
sure.
screen, etc. Good colors, and I mean, probably, and yeah. So I think I think it is a cool thing, especially knowing that between my little sister and my wife, I have two different people in my life that could eventually want this phone. It's kind of fun
Yeah,
to know what's up
100%.
with it, but I don't know if that's the new product that will be announced for sure. So,
All right. Well, cool. We'll see.
speaking of new products, though, Power Beats Pro
Yeah.
2 are the
Oh, yeah.
new earbuds from Beats, and I want them. That's pretty much it. There's no AI specifics, but they're close to the latest AirPods Pro in like quality and noise canceling and transparency and everything. Everything's just like maybe slightly less good, but really, really good. And then also they have like a hook on them, but they're like lighter than the last pair, so they stay in your ear really well, which is the main problem I have with
Hmm.
AirPods. I would get the best AirPods, but if they keep falling out, I don't care to get them. I don't wear mine almost ever, and they're also they're Beats, so they still integrate with Apple as well as Apple
Sure.
products. So they're really cool. They're like 200 something dollars, and obviously like the high end. They're as if you're getting like the AirPods Pro.
Yeah.
But they also have like a heart rate monitor and a couple other cool things about them. But overall, I love the idea of having a pair of easy things that aren't overhead headphones that actually stay in my ear because I think I'd use them a lot, and I want them, but I want them if they could be integrated with Apple, then I'd like that, and I'd like them to be high quality and stuff. So might save up
Totally.
for those. It would be a few months probably before I get them, but I liked those. Anything
Well,
on your
cool.
end you
Sounds
want
good.
to talk about?
I mean, I feel like basically my AI research this week has been more concepts than specific tools. Like listening to that All In podcast about just them talking about job creation and all of that stuff that we've talked about before, AI generally being a good thing, not a
Mm-hmm.
terrible thing, right? And also JD Vance's speech going beyond that point of how do we make this safe to that point of, hey, everyone else is going to be aggressively chasing this, we need to too, and we
Yeah,
need to be the best, like that
yeah,
that turning point of just our current president and vice president, their priority on that is exciting to me. So besides that, yeah, just looking more at how it can be used in my own daily life, and I feel like I run into a lot of walls of, oh no, I need to be the one who does that, I need to be the one who does that. So I think part of it's a mindset shift for me, right, as it has been throughout the whole journey. But yeah, just really trying to, and when I hit those walls, trying to flip that to, okay, well, then I'm going to ask the AI, how should I use this? How should I, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Of like,
Yeah.
how can this make my life better? So yeah, it's just more, there's so many tools out there. I had so many tabs open this morning just looking at different things you can do. The one, I guess, to very random highlight from as I was looking, the only one that was vaguely interesting or a different concept than I was used to was Jobs GPT, where you can search for any job you want to get and it'll pop up and it has like an
Hmm.
AI resume builder in there for you. So you just put in whatever your
Nice.
experience is and then it makes a nice, pretty resume. I'm sure there's a
Classic.
million others like that, but that was kind of that was the one that stuck out to me at least this morning. Besides that, it was a bunch of coding, editing, generation of videos, photos, all of
Is
that
it
stuff is
is it
definitely out
because
there.
you're looking for a new job
No, it was not. It
secretly?
was because no,
Please.
nope. But it was because it came up at that AI meeting, and I just hadn't looked into that one yet and had a big
Mm.
list. So I was looking at all of those, but yeah, but more concepts for sure of just, what is this actually going to look like? How is this going to change lives? And me starting to try and think about humanity's like real problems. You know what I mean? Of like,
Sure.
okay, what are the actual issues that this could solve? And what does it look like to move from right now, we talked about everything administrative can be automated, right? Like
Hmm.
that's already in the past. Like everything, But now, oh man, they were talking about this at the meetup as well, talking about how the next thing may be for AI to be incorporated into human experiences. So if you want to have like a restaurant or a shop or something cool that's an experience, using AI to help you build that and make that dream come to life versus just the admin, like anyway, just a
Sure.
different look at it versus just, oh, it's going to make this quicker, it's going to send emails faster for me, it's going to do all, schedule appointments, whatever. Yeah, so
Hmm.
I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot and it's really interesting. I'm thinking about like, okay, like humans, you know taking care of themselves, eating right, being healthy. We're terrible, a lot of us, okay, in America are not great about that. So how can we use AI for that? How can it help us with obviously work is where my brain goes to first, but just with managing being part of a family and I don't know, right? All these things that I
Sure.
feel like I'm not normally looking at AI in relation to. I'm trying to stretch myself and look at more, be more
Hmm.
rounded in that. Yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts,
Nice.
but not like a specific tool because I was just looking at a bunch of them and they all feel like they're there. It's fun to hear about the big players doing new big things because I think that everything's going to kind of trickle down from that.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for AI agents that can actually like really be built off of
Do
your
things.
personality. And then you can
Yeah.
not worry about it because you know that it's going to write that email in your language or whatever, And you don't
Yeah,
have to be like,
totally.
wait, AI won't sound as good as me. I should just do it. Instead, be like, AI, you're basically me. Go do my job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And absolutely that's going to be a productivity thing.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a, oh no, AI is stealing our jobs thing. I mean, I think
Yeah.
because every other piece of technology has moved us forward and made jobs in addition.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got.
Well, same. I know. And there's less than a minute left of the Zoom recording, so we got to end it.
All right. Okay. Do you want to thank the
Okay.
listeners?
Thank you, listeners. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.